Hello guys, since I'm a very new YouTuber, I completely forgot to film an intro for the Q&A that is about to come. So yeah, now you know what it is. I just try to pick questions from Twitter and answer them in a video so you have a bit more knowledge about what I'm gonna do and the reason why I switched to Valorant. So I hope you like the video. I'm just gonna close the door because of the animal noises. So, question number 1. From Seer25, what made you move to Valorant? It's a very wide, very open question. There are several things, but mostly I think it's been a reflection about what I wanted to do, how I was feeling in Counter-Strike in any kind of team, and then about the future as well. You know, I want to compete, to win, to be at the top level. And although I could have done that in Counter-Strike, there was something that was missing on my end. You know, just the idea of going back on the same maps over and over again, and you know, reworking from zero, which I've been doing with a lot of teams. And started with LDLC, and then Envious, and then G2, then Vitality and OG. Like, all of these teams have been a part of the inception. You know, I think it's human to want change at some point, and in Counter-Strike I have achieved everything pretty much. Have won all the biggest tournaments, and it's a matter of me finding an extra motivation to just keep going. I still want to compete. I love competition in every kind of way. Now I'm at a point where Valorant, I think, is an exciting challenge. You know, the motivation is not about external factors really, but more about what I want personally, and from inside what I truly want, without hiding out myself behind excuses like, yeah, I want more trophies, more majors, and that kind of stuff. To get them, you need a true motivation that I've had throughout my whole career. And it's not a matter of being scared of grinding or whatever, it's just a matter of what I want to do on a daily basis. Pourquoi ne pas être resté chez Double Poney si tu voulais un vrai réel challenge Grind 16 tout en bas avec des plus jeunes joueurs? Le KRL stream, l'ami Seb. I'm gonna answer in English. The time of Double Pony was pretty clear that it was gonna be just a one-time thing, because that's not where I was seeing myself evolving. Linked to the fact that I've been creating and grinding a lot of teams, you know, like those challenges I overcame them many times with the teams that I've created. Every single time I've reached the top, always. The lowest ranked team that I've built was OG when I reached 6th in the world. All the others were above that. So to me, it was not really a challenge to like build something new again, because I've done it already. And with the circumstances of COVID and not being able to travel and to play online and to really see that evolution, it's just not something I would see myself doing. I was just here to like help them on a short-term basis. And that's really it. I didn't see myself just helping like tier 2 in a way, to grind and go up. I want to be competing at the highest level straight and be in that cycle again. And if I don't manage to do it, you know, it is what it is. I'm not scared about failure. I think I have what it takes to still win. I think I've evolved, especially with OG. And I'm just looking forward how I can apply it to another environment. You know, those are the main things. It's nothing about Double Pony itself or the whole grinding aspect. It's more about what I want to do again on a daily basis, and how I want to evolve, and how I want to approach things, and to myself enjoy what I'm doing every day. And I didn't see myself being happy on the longer term, grinding away. The first player with a major make this transition, from Junior Machado 30. Your first player with major to make this transition. What do you think about the relevance in the competitive Valorant? If you're talking about the relevance of my achievements in Counter-Strike, I think overall, I think it matters like fairly little. The way I approach it, I've always approached it in all my teams when I created them or joined them, is that I don't have any expectations coming from myself, in the sense that, you know, my achievements are useless. They're like memories that are cool, and, you know, a legacy that you leave behind, but it's not a statement of what you're going to do in the future and how you're going to be playing in the future. It's just a statement that I have what it takes to win for the past 10 years, and I just keep going no matter what. And so, yeah, those achievements to me are meaningless in the present, because you always have to evolve and to reinvent yourself, and to never let yourself stop working and that kind of stuff when you want to compete at the highest level, year in and year out. So yeah, in that sense, I think it doesn't really matter. It's just a statement that I'm a competitor, that I have the motivation to do things for a long time, to grind things out, and that I have just the potential to do the same in Valorant for sure. Are you expecting to compete right away with the top teams in Valorant, and what role will you be playing mostly? I have a little bit of expectations regarding what team I'm going to join. Like, I don't expect to grind from really zero because I have a background and experience that I think can prove what I can do and what I can bring to a team especially. So I'm really hoping to join a good team from the get-go that would judge can have like the potential of growth to win the major tournaments. I obviously have some names in mind that I don't want to get out there yet, but it's something I'm aiming for. The scene anyway, the way it is very changing. So to me, what matters is being in a good group that can evolve and become stable together, and on the longer term to be good. Because the scene is so recent that you can't be sure of who is going to be good in the future. You can just try to form the best group possible and then just grind things out together with the highest potential possible. That's how I see it. I don't want to join the team that is like number one just because I'm number one. To me, what matters is the values of the group and how it will carry on in a competitive environment. When it comes down to the roles that I'm going to be playing, it's something that I'm not sure yet because I have yet to experience being in the competitive environment and playing those practices and official games and that kind of stuff. In Counter-Strike, I've always been very versatile with what I can do, and that's why I'm ready to take on different roles possible. It's something that I need to explore myself, but controllers, initiators are probably the ones that are most likely for me to play, just because of the requirements of them, that it's more going to be a passive role where you play for the others and for yourself, and for me to let the youngsters go in, dash in, jump out, and kill everyone. Do you think you'll be able to achieve in Valorant what you have managed to achieve in Counter-Strike? The thing is, I have a legacy that goes back 11 years in Counter-Strike, and I've been winning every single year except for the last one in 2020. So to equal that is going to be hard, especially since there are way less tournaments in Valorant. However, I see a possibility to form a group that can dominate in Valorant more than people think. To reach the same level is high, but because I always go into a game and into a team or into a year without expectations, I don't expect anything when going into a year and into competition. I just grind away and try to be better than the other one. Did you play with Valorant before, or did you follow the current meta, rotation, tactics, etc., or are you completely starting it from the scratch? I've obviously followed a little bit the scene, and especially the LAN that happened, and I could very easily identify how the game was being played and what the strengths are of the way you want to approach a game and how you can do it. So I think I have a fairly good overall approach of how things are going. Now I'm obviously missing a lot of more micro things in the sense of how the agents evolve, how they can combine together well. I don't have the hands-on perfect tactical approach, but I have a very good idea about it. If I played it before, I did, but like more like very casually without focusing too much on the competitive side of it. And so it's something that I have to learn, obviously, throughout my evolution. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to be playing with the team and starting there, because I think that's where I'm going to shine with the experience that I have in Counter-Strike and the probably out-of-the-box ideas that I can bring to any team. Do you personally feel Valorant to take over CSGO as the #1 FPS shooter? In the future, I can easily see the two FPS games competing against each other without, necessarily being #1 or whatever. There's going to be amazing events in Counter-Strike, there's going to be amazing events in Valorant, and I think they're going to push each other to be better, as simple as that, and that's really what I'm expecting. I have good hopes for Valorant and what it's going to bring to the table and how it's going to shape up in the future. For it to be #1, only time will tell, but what's very important to remember is that Valorant is 1 year old, while Counter-Strike is more than 20 years old. I think Counter-Strike, when it was 1, 2, 3 years old, obviously it was back in the day, it was a very different time, but it takes, what I want to get to is that it takes a lot of time to grow as an esport, and Valorant I think has a very good perspective of evolution. How long has this been on your mind for? I've been thinking about, whether I was happy within the team or not for quite some time. How I was feeling regarding Counter-Strike, and not the grind, not the competition aspect, but you know, just doing the same things over and over again. Like some maps are the same for like 8-9 years, and so you're just repeating things nonstop. And so I think I just started thinking more about it when I realized that the games that mattered to me were like against the top established tier teams, or games that are further in the tournament. That's where I had like the true feeling of passion and motivation that I didn't have in like group stage matches and those sort of other games. My stance was towards the competition in Counter-Strike and how much I really wanted it compared to youngsters that are here for like 2 or 3 years and have everything to win yet. And so yeah, I can't really give a timeline, but it's been some time that I had those thoughts in mind, and so yeah, I think that the Valorant right now is like, it's the perfect timing for me to move there and to, you know, explore that world and try to build it there. And so only recently, and by that I mean like 2 or 3 months, have I seriously considered that as a viable follow-up in my career. Are you going to take ideal role in Valorant or just be a normal player second caller? I think in the very near future it's hard for me to be like a caller from the get-go because I lack so much experience compared to the other ones, and so what I can do is probably give a lot of input in terms of tactic creation, how a team works best, etc., and therefore help as a secondary caller. But then in the future, anything is open. I'm not close to anyone. I mean, I've been working hard on myself to be the best teammate possible in the upcoming teams. You know, the leadership aspect and those sort of things to, like, you know, yeah, just be the best version as I can of myself. And so that's why I don't close any doors to anything coming up. What kind of dreams and goals do you have for your future Valorant career? The dream would be to win the first world somehow with a few months of training and getting into the right team. That's the dream. How achievable it is, I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, I guess. It's just a matter of finding the right group in the right place and being in the right position at the right time. But, you know, to me, that's the real dream and the real high-end objective if I can make that happen. Otherwise, the more realistic goal is going to be finding the right group of people with the right values and the right team and the right organization. So like just finding the right place to be in, start grinding, evolve with everyone around, and then the end objective is winning. Period. What it's been about my whole career. Winning is what I do. Winning is what I'm being paid for. Winning is what I enjoy the most. It is the objective, ultimately. Okay, so that's it for this video. It's the first one that I do. I'm thinking about some concepts where I can like make those sort of things and like more interactive versions through social medias. If you have any ideas, make sure to just share them with me, like either here in the comments or on social medias, or even write me emails. I don't care, just find a way to get to me in order to find that. And yeah, I'll see you next video. And I'm not gonna do any YouTuber outro. I'm not here for that. I'm here to explain to people that are interested. That's all. Peace.